friends, welcome to Mexico. I was so excited to do this video with you today. I've had so many requests about this new kind of, I'm saying new because it's having this resurgence, the concept of glass skin or glass natural makeup, like impossibly fresh, beautifully luminous, highlighted skin. And really this is just like a tale as old as time. It's been coming up for years and years and years. It's called something kind of different every single time. Glass skin has been popular for a while. I took it on a Canadian television show probably about 2 years ago, 3 years ago maybe, long time ago. So here we are again. Luckily, I happen to be an expert in the subject. I did one of my favorite natural glass skin makeup looks, but first, I take you through the skincare steps. In my humble opinion, you can't achieve natural, glowing, luminous glass skin without doing a full-on mini facial. And that is where we are going to start today in this video. I hope you enjoy. I'm going to start by cleaning my face, and I'm using clean because this is packed with vitamin C, charcoal, Canadian glacial clay, all sorts of things that are going to really prepare my skin to really be able to accept a lot of moisture, because that's the whole thing. That's why we're going to do this mini glass skin facial. It smells so good. It's the best way to wake up in the morning. On average, people wash their face for less than 30 seconds. Definitely take longer than 30 seconds. I was breaking out here and here. Actually, if you watched my video about how to extract a pimple, that was only like 3 days ago. So you can see, gone. My skin already feels so much more fresh and a little bit sparkly. I just rinsed it off. Now you can see, so. Now for the meat of this treatment, I'm going to use some buff. I like to put it on dry, and I just pat it all around my skin. It's so gentle that, oh, and I'm gonna get this little bye. I love using this right around the eyes where I get that kind of crepiness. That's where my wrinkles have little crinkles. And I can already feel that sparkling a little bit. That's what I call it when it feels like a little spicy. That means that it's working. Let's add in some AHA. This is my toning gel. So it's very active, but extremely gentle. And you really can use any exfoliant as well as any activator right afterwards. The point is that you really want to use a few products that are gonna eat away those top dry skin cells so that you can really hydrate and moisturize your skin so you get that beautiful, glassy, perfect, flawless finish. I just press it into the skin as well, especially over the areas where I really want to brighten the skin and supercharge the exfoliant. And then I'm going to leave this treatment on for the next 25 minutes. So I will see you very soon. Now I can really feel like the sparklies in my skin. That felt so good, like little tiny tinglies. Look how good my skin looks. And even up around my eyes. Like, this is my favorite step. If you've never tried a sheet mask before, please do yourself a favor and get one immediately. I've been making sheet masks for about 10 years. And I originally got the idea, this is like before they were a thing. They've been a thing in Korea forever. I make these in Korea because they make the best sheet masks in the world. And so when I was doing my medical aesthetics, I used to buy from a surgeon pieces of silicone so I could supercharge the treatment by putting pieces of surgical silicone over top of an area I wanted to heal faster. That's something that surgeons do. If you have a scar, you just put a piece of surgical silicone. I was like, what if you did a full mask and you made it out of like a gel and you infused it with incredible products? So there's real gold in this, there's hyaluronic acid to really hydrate. There's sea moss, which is one of my favorite ingredients in skincare because it is antibacterial, antimicrobial, even anti-inflammatory, which is the big thing when you have any kind of pimples, your skin becomes really inflamed. That's the redness and the swollenness. So this will take that right down. But then it also has carob seed, which is something that's very interesting. It helps your skin to reproduce more skin cells. So it's kind of like rebuilding your skin, and especially after you do any kind of exfoliation, there's nothing better than promoting brand new skin cells so that your skin feels nice and plump and plush and hydrated. I like to leave this mask on as long as possible. So I'm going to leave this on probably for about 30 minutes, and then you're really going to see the results. Sometimes I'll use a jade roller just to finish my mask. Is this gonna make or break your mask? Absolutely not. Does it feel nice? Yes, absolutely. It has a natural cooling effect. And I'm just down for any amount of extra love I give myself. My love language is physical touch, so I am loving all over my face, and that is also going to help with the sparkle and the glow. And that little guy looks much better. Like, feels so juicy. Wait until you see the eye area. Much improved in the crinkly department. And you just leave all of this on your skin. I'm always shocked when people ask me, do you wash your face afterwards? No, definitely not. Don't wash your face after any sheet mask. You want that all to stay in. And in fact, while my skin still has the serum, I'm going to use my products right away, because when your skin has a little bit of dampness to it, it will actually accept product deeper into the skin. Some face. I'm traveling, so I have the little packet. So about 2 pumps worth of face cream. Hydrating cream, which is perfect if you want to get that glassy, hydrated look in your skin. The main ingredient in this particular moisturizer, it's one of mine, is organic aloe vera, so it's perfect for really hydrating, but not at all. You won't actually break out from it. So if you're nervous about your skin that has prone to breakouts, this could be the perfect moisturizer for you, because it will give you the hydration and not clog your pores. And a lot of you know that I believe that eye creams are kind of bullshit. Most of them just overpromise, underdeliver, and are basically overpriced face creams, because there's no real difference between an eye cream and a face cream, and there's no real difference between your face skin and your eye skin. The only difference is the skin around your eyes is thinner, so it's a little more delicate, and you don't have any sebaceous glands up there, so it will draw moisture from the rest of your face. That's why I created Eye. It's only $45. It's double the size of a normal eye cream, so it's 30 mLs. And it's really focused on brightening. However, you can use this on your eyes and on your face, and it's packed with niacinamide and lipids, and all for hydration. It also has natural gold glit in it. So when you start to see, immediately my skin is going to look beautifully moisturized and brightened. I also make this particular eye cream in Korea because I was obsessed when I found out that in Korea, every like minute, there's a product called Eye for Face that is sold. So I went to the same manufacturer and I was like, I want to make Eye for Face, but I'm just going to make it as an eye cream, and I want to make a nice big bottle of it, and that's what my eye cream is. I feel glowy, I feel dewy, I feel like my skin has been treated and taken care of, and now we're going to just enhance that look even further with some makeup. And of course, I'm going to start with Ulta MD. This has a really nice SPF 40, and I put a lot on because I have melasma here, and I'm currently in Mexico, so the sun is nice and spicy. And I like to put it right up, just not too far under my eyes because it stings my eyes if I get it in. And everything migrates around your eyes, so you can just kind of put it right on that orbital bone. And I like to get it right on my brow bone because I also noticed a little sunspot right there. Goodbye. Don't forget your neck and your chest. And if you have a ponytail, I always like to get the back of my neck as well, and the ears, very important. I love an illuminating primer. This is Glow. I made it to be kind of like a power primer. You can use it on its own if you don't wear makeup, or put it under your makeup, or even mix it with your makeup. I do it under if I'm going to do glass skin. I want to have as many layers as possible, but very, very thin layers, one over another. So my skin doesn't look sweaty. I want it to look like the skin itself is made of a pearl. And my makeup products are packed with skincare ingredients. My favorite ingredient in Glow is retinol palmate, which is a very gentle, kind of younger cousin of a vitamin A kind of retinol. But over time, using Glow and Tint, it's in both because I really love that ingredient, it will really help your skin to continue to improve in its luminosity. So it's not just a temporary effect. That's some really nice glass skin just with the Glow, but it doesn't look like I have any makeup on at all. Because technically I don't have anything with pigment in it. It's just a little bit of that luminous skin. Let's do some tint. This is the best. Oh, this is a, yeah, don't mind the top. This was a prototype, but this is the best tinted moisturizer that ever was. It's probably the thing I'm most proud of, because when I first started doing medical aesthetics 22 years ago, I was so excited because I first heard about this concept of the tinted moisturizer, and I hated foundation when I was younger. I'm a makeup artist, but I've always hated when it looks like your skin is trying to be covered with something. I love making skin look like skin, but like the best version of your own skin. And then I was instantly, unbelievably disappointed because it wasn't actually a tinted moisturizer. It was just a foundation with a more like marketing, better name. So when I first started making products, the first thing I said was, I want to make a tinted moisturizer that's actually a treatment. I want it to be skincare and makeup in one. Ever so slightly brighter than my skin is right now because I'm south. I love putting it right up around my eyes. It's also very protective. There's also some licorice root in it just for brightness. Lots of ingredients that are rich in vitamin C. Get it right down the neck. Melts into the skin. And it doesn't look like I'm covering anything, but you can see the difference. It's just a veil of skin-like luminosity. And I love it around the eyes because I don't always wear concealer on a day-to-day basis, but it does such a good job of brightening the skin and does not crease, crack. Even if you have the driest skin in the world, it won't settle in any of your little crevices. One of the ways to really give you that luminous glass skin is to create some luminosity and then directly beside it, create some contrast. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do next. My luminosity is going to come from Pearl Stick. This is also one of mine, highlighter stick. And it is such a pretty color, just looks like a pearl. And I love putting it right on my cheekbones just to pop them up. Let's do a little bit right on the eyelid too. I've been reading a lot about this mother of pearl trend and I find it so beautiful. I love it in the corner of the eyes, underneath the brow bone, above the brow bone, anywhere where I want to create a little more volume. Above my lip. And before I rub that in, let's use a very light natural contour stick. So this is called Caramel. It's also one of mine. But you can do this with, I like creams for the glass skin look, but you can also use a powder bronzer. It will give you that same kind of contrast effect. And I'm going to put it right where the top of my ear, the bally comes down to the top of my mouth. So you can see where it is. And also right here, anywhere where you want to take the volume away, like tuck it back. So you can see right here and right here. Goodbye, double chin. And then I'm just going to use my hands. So you can see it's so subtle, but because I have the brightness of the pearl and tint and glow, and then the contrast of the matte light contour, it just enhances. I actually learned this from Scott Barnes 20 years ago when I worked for him, and he was J-Lo's makeup artist. So giving credit where credit is due. This is essentially like in my opinion, like the person who really brought contour to the market, but he called it the J-Lo glow. I have a tendency to get a little bit oilier as the day goes on, especially because I'm in the South, it's very warm here. So I am going to use just a little bit of a setting powder. I'm not going to put it everywhere, and if you have drier skin and you're really looking for really glassy skin, you can skip this step. Just a touch right where I get right here and right here. So I won't put powder really under my eyes or on my cheek, just more like in my T-zone. Let's do some Peach-gasm. Whenever I'm blending in a very highlighty product, I always like to use a dabbing motion rather than a wiping motion because I want it to stay very beautiful and smooth. And I love using anything I put on my cheeks, I put in my eyes as well. Like, look at how subtle and like it looks like a sunrise almost. Sometimes I love to skip bronzer and use the contour with a little bit of a deeper kind of burnt skin blush, which is what rose gold is. And I'm just going to very gently, starting up where the contour, like almost like where you'd put bronzer, and on both sides. So it just like warms up my cheeks like, wow. And I love in the eyes. Right on, oh, just kidding. Right on the eye crease to create a little bit more of that beautiful sunrise look. And right underneath. And I like to kind of bring anything I use to border my eye, I like to bring it just on the bottom so it creates that lifting look, and you can see the difference. So subtle. See how it just frames the eye out so beautifully, and because it's the same color that's on my cheek, it just looks like my natural skin tone rather than makeup. You know what will just take this all to the next level, because I want my eyes to look like they're so green that they're like these beautiful jewels. I'm going to use a little bit of Pyrite gel multi-liner, And this is like a burnt gold color. So if you have any kind of hazel in your eye whatsoever, even if you have brown eyes but you want to make them appear a little more hazel, it's so pretty. And I'm very gently putting it all in, like right where my lashes are and on the waterline. And then just a little bit on the top. And with the rose gold kind of burnt tone, what will happen is they'll create a beautiful contrasting color, and just like everything complements. Okay, look at the difference too. Look how much bigger this eye looks just with that extra framing and like so much more green. Love it. I'm going to use just a teeny touch of dual action concealer. This is a really natural concealer. And I only put concealer right here, like 2 dots. The idea for me, if I'm doing more of a glass skin kind of daily look, I don't want it to look like I would have a ton of makeup on, but I just want to blur the line right where you can see the skin tone change. So it goes from kind of like a beige skin to almost like a blue undertone. I don't want any concealer there because I don't want any creasing, so you can see it's very subtle. Eyebrows. Tinted my eyebrows the other day, so they're looking a little more polished than they usually look. I also shaped them, so I don't need a lot for my eyebrows. I'll use just a little bit of my brow tint in Brunnette Lights. Very little, more for the purpose of just keeping the hairs in place. Mascara. This is a prototype. It's my dream to make a next level mascara. Let's do for lips. I don't know if you've tried this new-ish Charlotte Tilbury. It's Pillow Talk, but it's the intense version. When I do a really nice, natural, glowy makeup, I love it when my lips have a little bit of a toastiness to them. Also, is there anything more satisfying than a brand new lipstick bullet? Let's just take a moment to really appreciate that. Kind of that, like, 90s supermodel Toast of New York lip color. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. That was fun. I was very excited to share this glass skin makeup / skincare routine with you, because really this is the trick to be able to get that natural, luminous, beautiful skin. It's important to start with your skincare and really be honest about how many steps it's going to take. If you do those steps every day for 5 days, your skin is going to be brand new. I try and do it as often as I possibly can, and this is pretty much my everyday makeup routine. So yeah, let me know what you want to see next. I love hanging out with you. Mwah!